Hey everybody, it's me RJ. I'm just coming at you live just to talk to you a little bit about this stuff like that. I know it sounds funny saying coming at you live. You get it, you get it. I hit my mic, it's fine. We are going to be looking a little bit into what they just posted probably earlier today. I admit I've been sleeping super late lately, so news has been kind of shit for me. But we're talking about the first look at housing and building Azeroth, a first look at housing. Blah. This lovely picture right here that we're seeing before us, um, very reminiscent of an art piece that I had done, and so this makes me really happy. But also the fact that since it's a picture of an art piece that I had done, um, it's fair because it's actually for my roleplay stuff. So I mean, it's fair use that they since it's in the game or it's about the game, then they can use it. But yeah, this was really cute. Um I really like this. This is actually something that when I saw this first, immediately thought of that picture I had, which is kind of funny. Um and cute because I had the same thing. The only difference was that mine was a meadow and not anyway, let's get down into it. I obviously am going to just quickly talk over this, not really reading too much into it, but welcome home adventures. We are excited to kick off our first housing in World of Warcraft and share some of our philosophies and plans for the future with you. First up, we're focusing on high level designs. So obviously when they were taking it to housing, they're really going to try to do better than what they did in the past. I'm hoping that they actually go further beyond what they did in the past and kind of really get into it. I know that right now, like especially with the fortified housing with pillars, we are developing such a large new feature. It is useful for the first defining its pillars, like that. So pillars such as like all this decor. I'm guessing that this is like more decor for like the horde side of everything, which again, I'm hoping that they don't just be like, since you're horde, you get this, but if you're alliance, you get that. I hope it's not that. I hope they actually like some of the stuff that we've been seeing just in general, we get as a whole. Like, so for example, say you're a horde, but you like all this theme right here. Hopefully, it's not just alliance locked and horde locked, because if they do that, they're going to lose a lot of people right away because nowadays people aren't as stickly about like, oh, I like this certain decor and this other decor. Let's go and read some more of this. So, um, zoning into the home, we've discussed speculation of community on where players will be able to have houses. We have decided early on that there would be two housing zones available at launch. So obviously, there's two housing zones available at launch. This was discussed a while ago, but it took more into consideration where people would want the houses, and obviously it'd be closer to the major cities than anything else. So most of the time, the housing location is going to be pretty much catty corner to the cities, which means that it's probably going to be Elven Forest, Duskwood, Westfall for the Horde. I mean, for the Alliance, and for the Horde, it's going to be Duratar, Azuna, and or is it Asara? I always get those two zones mixed up. And like the Northern Barrens, which is literally right next door to it. Um, which it's coastline and all that stuff. But this is mainly just for that. You can read this right now on the screen if you want. I'm not going to read too much into it, as I said. It's mainly to kind of downsize the zoning in and zoning out of certain areas, and obviously it's going to be an instance type zone. So we're hoping, like in my eyes anyway, that we're hoping for something that's not going to be like it takes the players too far out of the world, but they have still their own style of instance, almost as if like I'm hoping they're looking at different housing things as different video games because that's the one thing that Blizzard's good at is copying other games. And I'm not saying that they're terrible at being their own concepts, but they're not exactly too great at the same time. So outfitting the home, we're simply to discuss the community on the housing to pay to win or not. Um, so I know a lot of this will be like a hard one for some people. The pay to win prospect of the housing means that like a lot more stuff will be put into the shop than into our hands, into the game, where we could just earn it over time. This is a fine, sticky line, and it's one of those things where it's like you could go like both ways, where you could earn it in game or just have it up front in a shop. And I think the idea of the way they should do that would be don't put anything behind a paywall, but for convenience sake, you can buy certain things with that. Like again, it's harder because you see like games like ESO that have these amazing houses and these amazing stuff, but you have to buy it with real money. Whereas in if you do all the free to play stuff, there's a chance you can get a house and make it look pretty good, but it's like very odd. Another one would be like if you allow the marketplace, like the auction house, to have the in-game like the shop stuff, but you just have to farm for it a little bit more. That wouldn't be too bad either. So hopefully, like they'll figure that out as they go. Um, Honestly, that's a sticky one. Everything, and then this last one I am gonna read a little bit more. As a part of our focus on the wide adoption, we want to ensure that the housing is available to everyone. So everyone will get that house. Obviously, it won't be probably as luxurious, depending on how like much you do, how much content, everything like that. If they're tying the house into the expansion is probably going to be derived over the course of what's going on at that time in the expansion versus what you're getting in general. Now there has been data mine stuff where they showed like certain things that could be put in houses that are not in the game, which would be kind of cool. So I hope we'd see something like that. Um, your house, that's the one thing I really like. Your houses are also shared amongst your warband. So the fact that you're going to be able to have one house for your whole warband will be kind of nice. So that is where I'm hoping, like, because they say this right here, your houses are um, shared with your warband, that I'm hoping that they don't center around if you're Horde or Alliance, what you can unlock and stuff like that. This looks like it's actually going to be more centered, like how I said at the beginning, which is kind of nice. Again, I'm going into this blind, so I'm reading this as it's happening, which is great. If it's going to be a cross warband list, decor will not matter which character you're in it on. That's really nice. Furthermore, it's just warbands that cross faction lines of friendships as well, so you'll be able to live or visit friends. That makes me really happy. So it sounds like they're really going on the fact that like the neutral prospect of the game, they're gonna slowly do this over time. I already heard a little bit about this a while ago, where the factions are kind of gonna start dissolving in a way because we're all kumbaya circle in a corner together. Um, I like this beautiful thing. Like this is actually so beautiful. This would be the coastline right next to Azuna. That's where Azuna is right there. So I'm guessing, I think I know where this would be too. There's a little coastline where that's just rock and stuff like that, so they might define this. So the one thing with Midnight, I'm going to like just like briefly touch this. Midnight's gonna be an expansion that overhauls the whole entirety of the world in small increments. And so I'm guessing Azuna slash Duratar is gonna have a piece added to it that's gonna be this. If they go with this. This is all concept art, so Before we want to mention the concepts of neighbors and small t's, houses and organizations have roughly 50 plots. You can actually be in a neighborhood. That would be so fun to be in just a neighborhood. That would be cool. I would like that a lot. That would be just really silly too. It's like, howdy neighbor. Uh uh that would be really nice. We can have like a house where people can visit. So you could be just chilling in your house and people would visit. And I think you could probably put a public mode and a private mode. That'd be really cool. This concept is from Final Fantasy. They actually have similar things with their system, which I can't think of right now. So I'm hoping they kind of delve into that. If they actually go into these neighborhood prospects, the one things I would like is to be able to have your own private house, just like wherever you want, or you could have your house turned on to public mode so people can come and enjoy it. People come vibe with it. Now I'm hoping the problem with these is that I'm hoping the zoning is not silly, where, because for example, I'm a role player. I like to host events. If I could make a house that looks like almost like a small tavern or something like that and have people over, that would be fantastic. Um, I hope if they let you do that, that you at least can have over 12 people in your house. Now, that's the problem with these, is that we don't know how many people, because they say that up to 50 people, I think that's what it said right there, um, or 50 lots. So I don't know how many people could fit into a plot, you know what I mean? So like for example, is it just one person for each house? Or is it up to 5 people for each house? So like, a maximum occupancy would be like maybe 150. I'm hoping that like we get more into that sooner than later. I'm glad they're starting to show this now. I knew that around February we were going to get some news about this or something in the future because obviously patches are coming out and we need to just keep up to date. If you have been listening to me ramble for the past 11 minutes, I am so grateful. I'm happy that you're watching my content. And if you like to press the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You'll get more wacky videos like this. Please leave a comment in the comment section telling me what you like and what you don't like, because I really am trying to change certain content and do certain things where I can actually have more a wide variety of content. Currently, right now, we've just been doing gaming. We've been doing little tiny random videos and thoughts. I'm still working on that a dubbed video. I'm going to try to work on that a little bit after this and probably get it up this week sometime. I'm really bad at doing edits because I'm one of those creative people who, if it's not perfect, I don't like posting it. So um, it might not be perfect, and I might just post it anyway because I really don't want my creative outlook to just be like, it's not good. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. If you are wanting to see more of this, I'm going to put the link of this in the description if you can't read it properly. If you want to see more things about it, stay tuned. Read the comments. I'm not going to read the comments here, but if you want to read the comments, comment on this because if the more we talk about it, if you're a World of Warcraft player, if you are someone who wants to do something for the community in a sense, comment on these videos, on these little posts. I know it sounds silly. A lot of the times people say they don't read them. They do. They do read them, but it just takes them a longer period of time. Just know that they are listening right now, and this is one of those projects that it's better that you listen, repost it, redo all this, even find a thread in the community, like really push this kind of stuff because right now they are looking for player feedback over anything else. Don't let your voice go unheard with this. Please don't, because there's something that insider knowledge they didn't want to do for years, and so it was about 2 or 3 years ago that they started really delving into this prospect of maybe we should do player housing because people want this. So really go into it, please, and all else just enjoy. Until then, guys, bye.